I'm wanting you this lesson to compose a melody for this poem. You're going to be composing the melody in either 4/4 time, 2/4 time, 6/8 or 3/4. So just have a look at the words, write them down. I'll step back just to give you a second to write them down. Okay, so just write these words into your music manuscript book. It's just a small poem. With choosing your time signature, you need to think about how this poem is going to sound rhythmically. Is it going to sound more march-like or more dance-like? So for example, 4/4, or roses for the flush of youth and laurel for the perfect prime. Or is it going to be 6/8? Or roses for the flush of youth and laurel for the perfect prime. You could even have an anacrusis. So remember, an anacrusis is the upbeat before you start the song. So if you want the strong beat, remember the strongest beat of a bar is always the first beat. So if you want the strong beat on the roses instead of or, the or could be the anacrusis, or roses for the flush of youth, etc. So you need to start to think about how the poem sounds rhythmically to you. Draw your little emphasis mark. So for example, if you want the anacrusis on the O, I'll pop my line there and I'll pop my little emphasis line there. Roses for the, I might want my emphasis here. Flush of, and then my emphasis there. So that's something you need to start to think about in order to work out which time signature is going to work for you. Okay, so just continue to write these words down. So the next thing you need to think about once you have your emphasis is to write in the rhythm. I would first start to experiment with writing the rhythm under the words before you start to think about the melody. So in your manuscript book, just in pencil, always write in pencil, start to jot in a little rhythm. Then if it doesn't work, then you can rub it out and you can change it. So for example here, this is at the moment crying out maybe 6/8, and I'll have a bar line there. So I could have, or I might make that into a crotchet, or maybe space out your words a bit more so you've got more room for the rhythm, but I could do roses for, that could be 3 quavers there. The flush of, maybe have a dotted crochet for youth. So yes, start to write out your rhythm under the words. Then if it doesn't work out, you can rub that out and have another go. Then the next thing is to start to think about what key you're writing your music in. Whether it's a key signature with sharps, flats. Are you going to be writing in major or minor? Once you've figured that out, you need to think about your chords. Choose a simple chord progression. And then lastly, work on your melody. So the chords can be in the left hand, the melody can be in the right. I think most importantly at this stage, let's make it simple. Too complicated can get messy. Okay, so if you just make sure you've written everything down from the whiteboard and written everything from this document here, maybe pause this video now and just copy this down into your book, and I would like you to work on this. Start working on this before your Zoom lesson, and I will see you in your Zoom lesson when you've made a start to this and I can help you progress. And at the end of the lesson, we will all take it in turns to play the song to each other, which is very exciting because everybody's song is going to sound different. Okay, I'll see you later.